Today on TNT Big Show, persistence pays off. All today on TNT Big Show. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Michelle and Tackett.
And this is Shawn.
Welcome to TNT Big Show. Thank you everyone for all the new subscribers and stuff. And if you like our content, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. If you want to help us with the algorithm, watch the whole video, thumbs it up, leave a comment, save it to a playlist, share it to social media. And now, ladies and gentlemen, two of my favorite series on the Nintendo Switch are Fire Emblem and Xenoblade. But if Nintendo hadn't have been persistent with some fan campaigns, they wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
As a matter of fact, a Fire Emblem Awakening was meant to be the final Fire Emblem game.
Oh, really?
If it didn't sell that great, they're like, well, let's just end it. And it came out and sold over 2.8 million copies and got nominated for Game of the Year. People were just like, holy cow.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and then Fates came out and sold 3 million, and now Three Houses is almost at 4 million. So Fire Emblem's been building its brand, and it's becoming a big franchise for Nintendo.
Well, that's great, because both games are fantastic.
Yeah, but that's a feel-good story, though, with Fire Emblem, is that they just went, okay, let's end it on a high note. But when it sold that well, they were just like, okay, we'll keep making them.
Yeah.
I think Smash Brothers helped.
Yeah, Smash Brothers definitely helped.
Yeah, Roy, Marth,
Ike,
and all those people. You're just sitting there like, wow, who are these great characters?
Yeah.
It's just, unfortunately, most of the Fire Emblem games were in Japan only at the time. And then they tried expanding into America and stuff. Had moderate success.
Right.
But when they brought Fire Emblem to the 3DS and made Fire Emblem Awakening, it exploded.
Yeah.
And now there's a Fire Emblem Dynasty Warrior spinoff.
Called Three Hopes.
Well, I mean in the series in general.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a regular Fire Emblem Heroes. Now there's Three Hopes.
Yeah.
Oh, there's going to be more Fire Emblem spinoffs. The new Fire Emblem Three Houses, well, that came out in 2019, sold just a hair shy of 4 million units.
Oh, it'll do it. It'll sell it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And now, the future looks bright for Fire Emblem. And now, next up is Xenoblade, which is my baby. One of my favorite series, period.
Yeah.
Some of the most memorable characters have come from Xenoblade, like Rex, Shulk, Fiora, Pyra, Mithra, Elma, Poppy, Jen, Malos, Klaus, and Laura, and Ricky, and I could just keep going. In Xenoblade, there's like a plethora of incredible characters who have personality, depth. They have hidden layers that you don't think they have.
I mean, let me try. Cloud.
I remember from 6 there was Terra. I remember her.
That was it.
Yeah.
I can't remember no one else.
There were some other good ones, but you know, it's just as far as really famous ones, Cloud.
Yeah.
You get outside the Final Fantasy fan base and not many people know who you're talking about.
Well, yeah, but there was also, wasn't there like partly cloudy, sunny with showers, and I mean, you know. Thanks, Jack.
Anyway, Nintendo of America had no intention of bringing this game over.
No.
None.
Well, and the kind of also sad part about that was they also had 2 other games.
Pandora's Tower and The Last Story. Yeah.
And I wish they would bring those franchises back to fruition.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It was called Operation Rainfall because Nintendo fans had grown tired of Nintendo shunning hardcore games.
Yeah.
And yes, folks, like I said, Shawn and I are fair.
Yeah.
Nintendo got too caught up with Wii Sports and Wii Fit and them that they were forgetting the meat and potatoes of their lineup. You know, Xenoblade and them not coming over, people were just like, that's it, we've had it.
Thankfully, Reggie Fils-Aimé, the president at the time, listened.
Yeah, he did.
He listened.
And then Xenoblade 1 was only at GameStop. It sold over 1 million copies.
Yeah.
And that's when Nintendo was like, wait a minute. Yeah. You know, and then they greenlit Monolith Soft with Xenoblade X, which sold about 1 million copies on the Wii U. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which is at 2.44 million, it'll end up with 3 million. The expansion pass, Torna, did incredibly well. And now Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is at 2 million copies. I'm going to see official numbers first. But the fact is, I would believe it because the game had a lot of huge debuts. And now Xenoblade Chronicles is a big franchise for Nintendo. I can see this third one selling at least 5 million. The MMO style of combat is just so revolutionary and fresh. Mixing together gems, op cores, all this other stuff. It's incredible. And I love the fact that Xenoblade, it's Final Fantasy in the future done right. I love it. I love this series. I love the fact that it really did change RPGs, especially JRPGs, RPGs in general. It was the game where you didn't just see what was in front of you. And Xenoblade Chronicles, you could see off in the horizon, off the other way, and you were just sitting there like trying to figure where you needed to go. It still blows me away. I'm just sitting there like, holy cow, how did Monolith Soft do this?
Exactly.
And it was the game that made Nintendo go, you know what? They could help us with games. Help with Breath of the Wild, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Splatoon 1 and 2, and rumor has it 3, Animal Crossing. They have worked on some of the best games ever. They have worked on some of the best games ever. They have earned that title that people give them, Nintendo's secret weapon. They were the heart and soul of Square. Now they're one of the hearts and souls of Nintendo.
Yes, they are.
And with this healthy relationship that Nintendo has with them, I don't see it ending anytime soon.
I don't either.
And that's only good news for gamers because it seems like Monolith Soft's next project is that fantasy RPG action game, new IP. Probably will be for the next Switch. That'll be interesting to see because Monolith Soft said it was going to be their most ambitious game. Even over Xenoblade 3. It's going to be their most ambitious game ever. They'll probably need a new system to do that game on.
The Switch too.
I can't wait to see it. Xenoblade wasn't just a revolution for RPGs and stuff, but it's what Nintendo needed. And I love Nintendo, and I love casual games. Yes, I'm not afraid to say it. However, Nintendo needs their hardcore games as well. I think they're striking a more perfect balance
this time.
You'll get 2 or 3 casual games a year, but then you'll get like 6 hardcore games. Because casual gamers don't spend as much money. And that makes sense. So Nintendo is striking a good balance, I think.
Yes, they are.
But I am glad, though, they didn't give up on Xenoblade and Fire Emblem because Nintendo used to be very bad about dumping franchises that if they didn't sell 6 or 7 million out of the gate, they just dumped them. I thought, wow, that's not a good idea on Nintendo. And now, sorry to bash on them more, but Sony, Days Gone sold about 10 million copies when you count PC and stuff. And just because the critics didn't really like it, Sony canceled plans for a sequel.
They did.
Whatever's going on over there, you all need a revolt. And just get him out of there.
Get him out of there. Put him back in the TV department. He does TV so well. Put him back in the television area.
Anyway, now Nintendo has wised up. They didn't dump Bayonetta. Just after the second one. Fire Emblem. They didn't dump Luigi's Mansion. Because it started out a decent seller. But now, it's on the Switch. Luigi's Mansion 3 is at over 11.5 million copies. And it reached 12 million. No problem there. That's the lesson to learn. Never give up on a series. Capcom used to bring out Monster Hunter in Japan. And then when they brought it to the DS and 3DS, it started selling like 1 million copies here. Overall, it would sell 5 million, mostly in Japan. But then something happened. They decided to make Monster Hunter World for PlayStation and Xbox. I'm disappointed in the game Monster Hunter World, but it had a huge impact on Capcom. And then Monster Hunter Rise came out, in my opinion, a much better game. Monster Hunter is Capcom's biggest franchise now, and just imagine if Capcom would get up on it.
To compare the games, folks, let's say... Monster Hunter, before Monster Hunter World, they were like Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Monster Hunter World came along. The Last of Us remake. They took out a lot of stuff. Now Monster Hunter Rise, Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
These games should be a lesson to publishers.
Yes.
Sometimes franchises need time to grow.
To grow. Exactly.
This is Michelle, Lynn Tackett.
And this is Shawn.
Have a good one. Thank you all for enjoying the video, and thanks to our Patreons for supporting us. You guys help make this video possible. And you can also join our Patreon if you want for as little as $1 a month. You can get things like Jack's Joke of the Week, which will be up later today. You can also join our Reddit, which is TNTEgames. And you can also join our Discord, which is TNT Big Show -3665. And that's not all. We have an Instagram, we have TikTok, and we have a WordPress blog. Thank you all for supporting us so much, and have a wonderful day.